Hello guys and welcome back to the channel and very happy Halloween to you, and I hope you guys have liked my look today. Well, actually it's kind of an accident, you can say, look I am trying to go with. There's some more you can see that it's like this. So it's completely been done by me, and it's been like quite long hours since I have this makeup on my face, so I have to wear this thing today. Hi there, Crasher. Uh, let's just hope the makeup has not gone bad because it's been like more than 12 hours since I have this. It's kind of have tried too much now. So, yeah. Let's go on with the game. And I hope it's still there. Okay. I think so. Should come up here. It's not saying the right thing actually. I don't know why it is displaying it. Trying to displaying it now, but I cannot see it. So yeah, now you can see it. So let's begin our story. We are gonna continue. If you were not there yesterday, we are right now stuck in a time loop right now. So we are doing the same missions again, but with some help of the NPCs that are in the game. So before we
Mount
have
Red
to collect.
Tooth, its top littered with man-made eyes that stare into the endless depths of space. Tonight, the champion of light will depend on them to pick out a message from the ether.
So last time what we have to do, we have to collect all the items for the person. So we have to go to the location and collect them. But what is happening right now in the time loop is that NPCs are now helping us to get those material easily. So they collect themselves before we go near. So that's a very
As
helpful thing.
history repeats itself, the man remembers the patterns. He knows that he needs the missing part for the telescope.
So this is the kind
That's
of
where the
thing
camera should
that
be.
game is reminding us that what we have to do before doing anything else. I don't have a problem killing them now. Okay. Dodge. See? Okay. Okay. Not looking good. Not looking good. Too short them. I don't know. I did it. Recharge. So these are the pages that actually tells us, kind of give us hints in this game. so that we can go ahead and get things from rifle to a hunting rifle. Yeah, research. Okay, great addition. One more page is here. Collecting pages is good for us. We have to get the projector, I guess. Yes, that's a projector that we needed for the observatory. Okay, that's a very dangerous place to have a minister. Now we have to go to the observatory, talk to that girl who has been. Okay, okay. Birds, birds, birds. That's right. He's not that fast, but we are. That's it. Okay. Hope my speakers are not on right now. Switch off. That's it. It's a great weapon actually. One shot though. That is very nice. Very, very nice. Very, very we have to go up. This is a longer path, I guess, because last time I remember we didn't take this long to get up here. Okay, one more banister right here. Okay, dead. That's problematic. Okay, so let's just take that and move forward with it. We already have the hunting rifle. Wow. I have to go up there. This particular path is. Wow. Let's take this one. Two shots only. Took two shots. Great. That's the Birdman. That's it. The Birdman is dead. So we took this route. Go up. Okay, one more Birdman, I guess. Two more Birdmans. We are gonna take care of them. Okay. He literally changed himself at the moment I shot him. That's it. Open up, girl.
It's you! How dare you! No, wait. It isn't you, is it? I suppose you'd better come in.
Yes, she remembers us.
I'll unlock the door.
Thanks.
Great. We don't have to explain ourselves again and again.
You'll have to forgive me, but this feels very strange. It seems like this has all happened before.
Yes, this
Have the
has all
replacement part
happened.
for your telescope, Doctor.
Alright. Let's get it installed.
Okay. Move up. And stop. This time, lady, please send that
I
lift
think we can give this a
downwards
go.
so that I can stand up there and kill
Don't
everyone
slide it up yet.
infiltrating.
There's a problem with the coolant system.
Yes, that's right. I remember. All right, let me think. If they're sabotaging it, they'll be at the primary coolant pipe outside. If you can secure it, it should be ready to pick up the signal. That is why you're here, isn't it?
Yes,
Yes.
it is. I'll take care of it.
Before you go, if you have the time, I'd appreciate if you came up here and explained a few things. All of this is very strange to me.
I will come up, girl, and we will talk about it later on. Once we solve this problem, actually, we will talk about it. And Alan will explain everything to you, not me. Because even I don't know what is hell in here. What is happening actually? Okay, this is the long way. There's something shiny over there. Most probably emeralds. Okay, we are very far away. Okay. See. Okay, there are 2 million. Let's run Russell. So it is here only. That's it. Okay.
Oh, praise be! You guys are coming through for me.
In here.
Started blinking on my board here, and that means there's
Okay, we have to go there. That's the primary coolant, I guess. There's definitely a page right here. It is. Let's get the coolant started, and we can observe whatever the signal we are trying to
These
get.
beams hate the light, am I correct? You should be able to turn on the light and tune the area that way. All right, I'll start looking for the signal. Please, head back.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Has blocked us. Well, that's good. Actually, it didn't try to block the coolant towers actually. So that is good. Okay, try to break the.
I guess they didn't like that.
Try to break the pipes, but the concrete pillar broke. Nice. Something you don't see every day. Shit. Yes, it's trying to kill. Okay. It's trying everything. That was great. That particular. Oh, shit. Whoa. How the hell I'm supposed to go there now? Okay. Let's just so he didn't sleep.
I guess they didn't like that.
That particular road is blocked. That is blocked. Where the hell I'm supposed to go?
Damn mountain's about to kill me.
Problem. Ouch. So, okay, it's gonna come down. We can't go from here, but we can. Wow, that's a cheat. If we can do this, wow. We literally skip jump some of the barriers that are gonna come up on our road trip. That was great. We literally skipped everything. Okay. We don't wanna get hit by those grenades. Okay. Someone shot us. No, that grenade blasted away. It took one of our life. Okay, we are in here. Let's talk to her, Dr. Meadows, and tell her about things that we know of.
It's working. Please, come up here.
Yep, I'm coming. Coming, not coming. Thank God we don't have to fight those people because last time it was hell lot of crowd in here and it was very, what can I say, difficult to kill them.
You find the signal?
Yes, I
Okay,
don't think it's quite the same thing
this
we
time I
had
didn't skip
the
this.
last time. Still, we're definitely picking it up.
Are we getting the complete signal now?
I'm afraid not. Take a look at it yourself. I'm printing out a hard copy now. I'd like to ask you a question or two before that, though, if you don't mind.
Yep, sure, go ahead.
What's on your mind, Doctor?
Most people would find these events extremely disturbing, provided that they survive these creatures, that is. You seem to be quite adept at dealing with the situation. Why is that?
Because it is happening
Yes.
with me,
I was
that's why.
involved in... It's a complex story. I was in this small town, and a horrible thing from another dimension kidnapped my wife and manipulated me into writing this horror story that came true. I learned to fight it with light, and I managed to contain it and free my wife. But I was trapped in its world.
Are you serious?
Okay, this is the
Absolutely.
story.
So, I'm used to reality working in strange or even impossible ways. And I fought these things, not exactly like this, but close enough for a good while now. Of course, I have certain advantages.
So this is the story of Alan Wake that someone made him write the story and everything came alive after that. Oh, he, who is the
Was there
person
anything
behind
else?
everything else?
What did you mean when you said you have advantages?
At the risk of sounding like a lunatic, reality is much more fluid than people think. It can be influenced.
I didn't take you for a mystic.
I'm not. I'm a writer. And under certain conditions, I can, for lack of a better word, rewrite reality. Change things.
That's absurd.
But it works.
Assuming I believe this, why don't you simply, I don't know, write yourself some superpowers?
It's not quite that simple. You need to follow certain laws of drama, I suppose. You need to think about consistency and symbolism. Often what you write isn't anywhere near as important as what you imply. There are things out there that will take advantage of your mistakes.
You really believe in this?
Don't look at me like that.
This
You've
is
experienced
the
some of
kind
this
of
yourself.
I will gladly admit that something exceedingly strange is going on. But this
So-
idea that you're somehow altering reality with your writing is ridiculous. You're essentially saying you're controlling my actions. Leaving aside the rational arguments against this, what gives you the right?
Well, it's more like having a destiny. A path you're on. You're not aware of it, but there it is. If somebody changes it, what difference does it make? It's what every writer does. If you write something that affects one of the characters, they don't really know about that.
I'm not a character. Are you saying that it's all right to take advantage of someone if they aren't aware of it?
Look, all I meant was that if you're genuinely making all your own decisions, and those decisions lead to whatever destiny you have, what practical difference does it make?
I suppose that depends on whether our destinies are determined by things like physics and probabilities, or natural reality, which is presumably neutral and impartial, or by some kind of an intelligence. If it's the latter, that intelligence makes choices based on some criteria. If we suffer as a result of those choices, there's a moral and ethical element involved, regardless of whether we're aware of its manipulations. Wouldn't you agree?
I
You're
would
taking this very
say
well. I thought you'd be hangry.
I suppose I would be if I thought you could actually do this.
if you actually go through with this conversation and think about it, so being a writer actually, I can relate to so many things here. And the basic part of being a writer is when you're writing a story and creating a world where there are many characters. Okay, you are creating background stories of them. You are creating their present scenarios, and over the time when you build up the story, you create many events where some characters suffer, some character help them, someone wins, someone loses, someone dies. So in that particular world, you are the god, and you are the one taking every single decision. And if somehow you are going to be in that world and people know about it, they will obviously question your deeds, your choices that you have made over the time, because it's not right or wrong according to them, whichever event might have happened. So it implies to the real world also. We literally doesn't know, we don't know where we are, where do we stand in this particular universe or multiverse, whatever it is. Uh, are we really like the only living beings? I don't think so. And if not, where are the others? So my particular theory, that what I think is, it's something related to Hindu mythology. So I have taken some points from there, here and there, and this is my own conclusion. Okay, what I think is this particular universe of ours is actually a part of uh, another human body. Okay, so we might be a cell, or our universe might be a cell in which Earth is there. So, and this is in a loop cycle, you know. That particular person is living in another person's body, and that person. So, this is the whole loop. So, whenever we say the things like there is only one God and uh, there is someone who is actually controlling and running the whole universe, this is the basic phenomenon where people actually link it all together, that we are inside somebody, and he's actually, whatever actions he is taking, that is affecting the whole universe. And that particular universe is so small that it doesn't get that much in the process. So this is a kind of theory for the whole universe. I don't know if it is true or it's not,
Another printout.
but
Another
yeah.
signal fragment. The message is still not complete, but it's another piece of the weapon he has built against his adversary. Mere words on a piece of paper, but in the right hands, they will hold back the darkness.
So we have got second page. I don't know how many pages are going to be there, which is going to tell us about the weapon. So we are back to the theater, and
The last time the man came to the drive-in, it did not end well. He
yes,
hopes to
we
avoid that
got
fate this
stuck into
time.
time loop right
He
here.
hopes that what he has brought with him to this place is enough.
That is,
Ugh. Serena's probably out of her mind again. But I'm gonna need that key so I can get the power back on.
I think the doppelganger is in there right now.
Hello
And she's
again.
there.
I'm really just here to get the keys so I can get the power back on.
Do you want to hold me down? It's okay. I know you like that.
Yeah, I'll
She's
just grab the
back.
keys.
I could be like your wife, little wifey, waiting at home for hubby.
Now she's
Or
rotating.
you could be the mailman or the neighbor.
I'm already married to someone who isn't crazy, thanks. I'm just gonna go and get the power back on.
She is not crazy. She is just mind
Look,
control.
I may or may not be back. I have the access code to the booth already, so once the power is on...
You should totally come see me. We could have fun. You know.
We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Keys are here. Let's run back. We don't want to notify doppelganger. Let's just hope he doesn't come up. Oh, he is.
Getting it yet, genius?
Okay, before he does anything, let's get back. He's going to jump up here. Alright. Okay. Oh, this was a boundary one. I remember this. No problem. Okay, the Birdman. Seriously? Gordon is back. It's down here. Okay, ran away. Okay, go down there. Keep an eye on those doors. It's itchy. My nose is itchy.
You're like a little hamster in a wheel. Go ahead and keep running for all the good it'll do you.
Why do you care if I'm running or not? I don't understand. That's it. Okay. Okay. There are too many of them. Okay, why they are coming in more now? Okay, this was not. Okay, we are on the right path. Why did I shoot? Something right there, and there's gonna we have a bunch of rules or undertakings in here. There it is. First get the ammo. We might not get many of them. Okay. I remember the sequence. That's it. What? Last time it powered on. Why it is not happening now? Wow, the sequence has been changed. This is cheating, yeah. Last time it was like just 2 clicks. That, we don't want spider bites. Let's run. This was the place we came from, right? Okay. We came from this place. Why this is closed? Okay, we're not gonna run, we are gonna save our energy because yeah, that's not a connect. Great. We're out. Suddenly out. Okay. Great. We are out already. We is here. And we get back up there.
If you die, you lose. If you quit, you lose. If you make it to the end of the loop, you still lose. Sucker.
Let me first get your darkness. Then I will kill you. That's it. Let's reload. And let's run. Uphill is gonna take too much stamina. Let's recover that. And okay, that's it. Can we do that jumpy thing? Not right here. Can we do that here? If we are successful, we are again gonna take a shortcut. I think they have map collision there because they know people like me. It became quite easy right there. It was actually good. Okay, theater is gonna become a monster now. There are gonna be 3 pillars on 3 sides, and I have to take them. That's it. We are gonna go towards the first 3 pillars. Where are they? Not that powerful, but we can still take care of them. Battery 0. That's it. Let's take care of the pillars first. Okay. I'm trying to do this as easy as I could. The front one. Not looking good. That's it. The house is down. That was a great flash. Too much flash, I guess.
The champion of light knows that the time itself is
It's
about to end. At least for him. He can feel the dead end rushing towards him. But there is time to act. Incomplete or not, he has the weapon.
I don't have the whole
It
thing.
was late at night. This
But maybe it's
there was
enough.
a film noir poster visible. A spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. So there was a film noir poster visible. Let's change the date first. There was a film noir poster. The spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. Red fire extinguisher. Red fire extinguisher. Where is the fire extinguisher? There is the fire extinguisher. But that was the red fire extinguisher. Okay. A spotlight illuminated the red fire extinguisher. The spotlight. This can be the spotlight. That's. Time is ending for us. Can we go back out? No.
It's not enough.
Okay. Switch on the fan.
You're trying to be cute, aren't you? What are you up to? It's a waste of time, buddy. You should just lie down and die. Let me take over. This is the only thing you've got coming to you. From here to eternity. No matter how many times you come back.
Okay, one more time loop, I guess. This is the problem here. If it's the first time, it's not a problem.
Time
If it's the
folds
second
back on
time,
itself.
it's okay. We can deal with it.
Again,
Third time.
his senses
Oh, it's
scream
boring.
as the very impossibility of what is happening assaults them. But the champion of light endures.
Don't tell me that I have to endure. Seriously?
Each time he gets a little closer. Each time another detail falls into place. Now the trap works against the Herald of Darkness.
Seriously, they want me to do it again? Huh. Let's just hope that we can do this as fast as possible. Now there's a new enemy who doesn't have a head.
What are you, the King Hillbilly?
Let's... What the hell? My god, he took 2 magazines to kill. He's dead.
Right on cue, bubbling to
Okay,
the surface
that's
from
gonna get
untold
possessed.
the horrors. The emerging monsters do not expect the warm reception that has already been prepared for them.
Wow. This is already attached. warning lights. The center is not come down. You don't have to go and talk to whoever she is. This is great. Run away. In this much light, they are getting affected by my torchlight. Wow. Can't even be more real.
Next stop, saving Emma.
Saving Emma. Take her with you. Okay. That's it. Let's go to Emma. She is behind that door. Can we go in? Stop.
Is it bad that this time I just went, oh, he's gonna be running off to save us?
Not as long as I show up, I guess.
That's
Clear
it.
out.
Emma, let's save Emma. After two consecutive
Yeah,
time loops, the
thanks
third
for
loop,
saving me
you might
again.
save her.
I'd hate to die before I'm scheduled to be murdered.
I guess I have you to thank for setting everything up at the oil derrick.
Yeah, well, I figured that if we were going to go over this again, we might as well try to be smart about it, huh?
I appreciate it. You took a big chance doing that.
So that means this
You
whole
okay?
world is stuck in
What
the
do you
time loop.
think? I've died
And
twice.
everyone remembers
I
what
remember
happened
everything
previously.
pretty clearly now. You said I was gonna be okay.
Whoever
I don't know
has
what
written the
happened.
story
Well,
is
it's
kind
not
of
your
lame.
fault. I think one of those, what did you call them? The takers?
Tanks.
I think they did something to the power and they got me that way.
I'm sorry.
But I got the keys from the dead guy in that room. And I'm not handing them over until you do something about this. I'm sick of getting killed.
Fair enough.
Yeah. It's pretty nice. Yes. Triple box. Hey. You literally gave me twice the damage. Okay. Yeah. 32. So 8, 10, 3. Right. Go. Right. Let's start them up. and tell her that she is safe now without closing that door, thinking that it will automatically close the doors.
Okay. I really don't think they can get to the power now.
Thank you. That's a relief. Here's the keys that you needed.
Thank you.
Hey, I have to tell you, at the diner, I went there with him. The guy who looks like you, okay? I know I said that I didn't.
Yeah, I figured. Want to talk about what happened at the diner?
There was this guy from the observatory, and he just attacked the poor dude, smashed his face into the tabletop a bunch of times. It was horrible. I didn't know that he was gonna do that. I swear. And I just ran. I just left him there. I didn't even try to help.
There was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault.
Well,
Now
he's dead in that motel room now, so excuse me if I feel pretty shitty about it anyway.
well, I'm not gonna talk to you about it. And early, let the time heal you, girl. We are here. Was there? Why is this not opening up? Okay. That's pretty strange. Okay. Now, how do I get it? Do I jump? Then I do. Go to the truck. How will you go there? Shit, I took a whole move in whole round of this rock. Okay, from what I remember the last time, is basically if we go in there, it's the end of the story. So let's go out here first because we never came in here in all the rooms. About that also. Okay, one more we have found. Now it's 20 over. So let's unlock the last one, and that will be it. Get the keys, and this particular chapter has ended for us. Now we again go to observatory. Let's hope that the scientist has already done everything that she can do. Just go there, collect the paper, and
the champion of
we are out
light
to the
breathes
last
a little
one.
easier. He has saved one life. For this moment, it is enough. And soon, perhaps, he can put an end to this.
Let's hope that.
Returning to the observatory for what he hopes is the final time, the man feels anticipation and dread in equal measure. Soon, he knows he will have what he needs.
So whatever it is, the third part or the final page of the script that he is trying to find, we are gonna find it on the next episode, guys. So make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to follow me on Facebook or on Twitch. You can find all the links down below other than in Facebook. So bye bye guys for tonight. I will meet you guys tomorrow. If time applies, like if time actually give me the permission, I will be here on the same time without any issues. Bye bye for today. I hope I will meet you guys tomorrow. Good night.